Right then, here we are back in Myanmar, in the city of Corran, for what is the second recording of this review video. I quite skillfully left my mic on mute for the first version, so there you go. So this is the last of the large spaces that needed to be done. Kept it simple, pretty much already laid out like this. I just needed to put in the wheat and do some of the remaining bits of decorative work, but really it was all here. And done another one of these elaborate beehive holders. Totally impractical because you can't get the lid off of the hives if they were real. Fortunately, this is Minecraft. And it's actually a little bit over here as well. Not much. I think I meant for there to be something being grown, but I think I just took that idea and transferred it to this part rather than in this little gap. Pretty much the same here. This is actually part of the real-world cathedral. This the cloister being here, this narrow stretch of house of buildings, and then another stretch here. Although it's supposed to be one-to-one scale, I'm not actually sure what the real space is. We've never seen it, obviously. There you go. Could do putting the windows in here, to be honest. So, the next bit after this was these spaces in between the inner section and the ring of houses, which also got a little bit of work done. This one was mostly in place. All I did was tweak the underside a little bit, just tidying it up, and then it actually turned out most of them were more finished than I realized. I think it was this one over here was the one that had to have the most done. Yeah, this one was, there was nothing down here. It was totally unsupported. So all of these little room pockets and so on have all gone in. Totally forgot this was even down here. Knocking holes through to connect them. Not even sure. Oh, yeah, sorry, I don't know where I am. And no, that's not right. No. There is a way out of here back into the cloister, I know there is. This appears to be underground. Strange. Where the hell? Oh, I know where this is. There's a few sections underground that really need to be revisited and finished. So let's go out here. Where am I? In Westminster, I think. Or Gloucester. I'm in the Gloucester Cathedral. We are here. And hopefully beginning Tuesday I will be working in this space. I'm going to be putting in a little dock area, a small town. Not sure, I'm trying to think of a name for it at the moment. What else did I do? Yeah. So yeah, this is obviously another one of these smaller internal spaces that had itself dressed up a little bit. A lot of it was in place, I just needed to do the decorative work on the actual grass areas. And then, it was really it, to be honest. There wasn't a whole lot to do in some cases. This one, I did some readjustment of where the pillars were, but this was mostly decorated down here. Just had to put the support work in and make it look like it could reasonably be holding up the buildings above. Mostly learned that this place is a bloody maze. I should have known that since I built it, but it's been a long time since I really roamed around inside. I have no idea what that's for. Weird. Huh. It's actually tempting to put a door in. Let me stick a window. So yeah, most of the decorative work is actually done. The final thing I'm working on at the moment is actually the central tower. Over the last week, it took some doing. I had really a lot of knocking around and trying it again. I came up with a standard design for each of the sections. I originally tried just a pattern using the various black and grey glass, which was okay, but none of them were the same, so I eventually settled on this. Doing some of the early work at the beginning when I came back here in February. I ended up putting these sorts of sections in for I think all of them, and I just decided that it looked fairly good to bring it up so you could see the trunks down through it, and when you pull back it starts to blend a lot better. I want to avoid going any further with it though. I don't want to end up having to rebuild or knock out half the tower to bring it up to sort of standard level. And you can see I'm still not settled on the exact nature of the external. These are left over from the original fiddling way back when I built the place. And this is obviously what they were supposed to look like. I do like, where is it? I don't like this one where the two in the middle come up, but this is okay. And I think it's okay if I bring up the two in the middle, but I don't want to, the glass, I don't think I like this bit very much. I think that works better. I mostly keep putting glass on top of them because they don't look right. When you see it from above, you can see these are the natural trunk colours, and then the others are modified because they're going through the glass first. I shall fiddle with it some more today. But yeah, as I said, I'm looking at a map. I'm actually going completely in the wrong direction. Too busy eyeballing my own handiwork. I'm going to have to put in a road somewhere off of this one, I think. I'm going to have to bring it down this way and then across, because this biome is the next target. The dock slash small town is going to be here and here, and then I'm planning that there will be a larger fortress maybe on here. I don't know, there's one sat over there already, so it seems a little redundant. But yeah, I'll connect it both ways. There's a road or pathway there that will come through, and then somehow it's planned to pass through this direction, which seems a bit redundant, other than to take advantage of the interesting terrain. But it seems more obvious it would come down off of here and along through this gap, but that's not as fun, so I won't do it. Probably put a tower here. Or do I put a tower here? I'll put a windmill here, and then do a wheat farm here. There's the wheat block. It's a way of leaving myself a message so I know what I'm supposed to be doing here at a glance without needing to read signposts. Speaking of which, that's a windmill. Looks like there'll be two bridges. One here, one here, and the other one's going to come along here, and probably cross there. It's too flimsy. Let's make it over here. But I think this puts me on the wrong side of the river twice. Yeah, if I put it there I'm going to have to cross the river here as well. It's going to be preferable to cutting through the jungle, even if it would be shorter. But I shall conclude this small review here, because I'm running out of time. I have to limit myself to 15 minutes. But you get the idea about what I'm planning. Could just wait until the road branches here and bring it down. Seems so unnecessary. Just take it straight through the jungle. It's quite a narrow gap here. Anyway, I'm going to say adieu and actually get on with something.